Oh, Roland Emmerich. Just stop. Just stop. What's going on, guys? It is Joshua, future filmmaker 3940 reviews. I talk movies, TV, and music, giving you guys my thoughts on the newest disaster movie, and that is Moonfall. This is written, produced, and directed by Roland Emmerich, and this movie stars Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, Michael Peña, Charlie Plummer, John Bradley, Kelly Yu, and Donald Sutherland. Oh man, let's just get into this, because this is not going to be a very long review. Moonfall. The world stands on the brink of annihilation when a mysterious force knocks the moon from its orbit and sends it hurtling towards a collision course with the Earth. With only weeks before impact, NASA executive Jocinda Fowler teams up with a man from her past and gets a conspiracy theorist for an impossible mission into space to save humanity. Does that sound familiar enough? Yeah. If you're wondering why I'm so unenthusiastic about talking about this one, it's because this is a Roland Emmerich movie, and obviously this was one of my least anticipated movies of the year. I was not looking forward to it whatsoever. I took a look at the trailers, I took a look at its premise, and I was just like, no, this is too much. And Roland Emmerich, he's a director. I do like a majority of his stuff. I like Stargate, The Day After Tomorrow is my favorite of his. I like Independence Day. 2012 is guilty pleasure. I have somewhat of a soft spot for 10,000 BC. House Down was the last movie besides Independence Day Resurgence where he's actually tried in. But unfortunately, for any one of those, he also has some bad ones, like Anonymous and the 1998 Godzilla movie, which I don't even hate as a monster movie, but as a Godzilla movie is assaulting. And the last movie he did, which I was not a fan of, was Midway. But I do own the movie because I do want to support the film on physical media, even though I'm not the biggest fan of it. Going into this, I went in with this curious expectations, and I was hoping this would at least be a fun movie. I was hoping this would at least be a least so bad is good movie, or a so dumb fun movie, like the Sharknado movies, and like some of his other movies, like Independence Day and 2012 such. And unfortunately, this is exactly what I expected. Not only is this movie forgettable, but this is easily a contender for, so far, the worst movie of 2020 year thus far. With the good, and then work my way up into the bad, because there is very little I have to say about this movie. And for the good of the movie, I guess the only things I can say about this movie, visually wise, is a good looking movie. For the budget it has, the cinematography, the technical aspects, and the visual effects, I think are fine. I think he uses the effects. He does use the effects to the best of his advantage, and the cinematography and the visual effects look good. The entire, it looks a 138 to 146 million dollar budget. Even though you're not making it back right now, you better at least have something look good here. And that does look good in the movie. The idea itself, I think, could be interesting if it was done in a more competent director's hands, which I'll get to. And I can easily sit here and say I think the performances for what they are given are fine. you don't know much about these characters, or they have the most absurd dialogue to them. But I think the performances are fine. I think Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, they are the two best actors in this movie. Patrick Wilson is a great actor. Great actor. He's very underrated. I can't wait to see him in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. He does good for what he's given her. And Halle Berry is a great actress. Despite some missteps in her acting career, she's still a great actress. Oscar winner, obviously. She's good in the movie too. The rest of the cast, like John Bradley, Michael Peña, Charlie Plummer, Kelly Yu, not Kelly Who, Kelly Yu, and Donald Sutherland, they all do fine for what is required of them. Like I said, the idea, I feel like it could have been explored very well, but when you have Roland Emmerich attached to this, you don't really get to explore the idea as much as you should, because it's basically the same exact thing that he's done 20 some odd years ago with Independence Day, with 2012, with The Day After Tomorrow, and at the very least it's not even competently dumb fun. It's just pretty boring in this movie. Boring, it is lame, and not only that, the movie, it doesn't even feel like the other Emmerich movies from the 90s, 2000s. At least with the early 90s, 2000s Roland Emmerich movies, they at least had something to them, and they at least tried here. Nothing new you're doing here, Roland Emmerich, so the fact that you literally criticized Marvel, DC, and Star Wars and other franchises the way you did for doing the same thing again, even though those movies tried to do something different, but you're being a bit of a hypocrite, and you keep doing the same shit we've seen over and over and over again.
Fuck me? No! Fuck you!
Makes me appreciate those franchises and other movies that are original a lot more than I already do. A huge nosedive after Midway and the White House Down. The characters in this movie are terrible. You don't get to know anything about them. The characters in this movie, Halle Berry, all you know is that she is this well-respected person who is a NASA executive. Patrick Wilson, all you know is that she's a man from her past. John Bradley, he's just a conspiracy theory. Not only that, but the fact that also this movie literally has to take a big, gigantic nosedive into this most stupid shit beyond me, because there are better disaster movies like this out there. The Sharknado movies are not great, but at the very least the Sharknado movies have some entertaining factor to it. This, besides the characters in this movie, nothing else works here. Acting in this movie, you can easily tell that this was sloppily put together by the director. Roland Emmerich, at this point, he just doesn't care anymore. He's not even trying anymore. This has nothing special about it. The direction is just the same, been there and done that mess. Even with this premise that could have been something interesting, he just does not care anymore. And it definitely does show in Roland Emmerich's direction. The writing and characterization and even the humor at times is flat out terrible. Nothing in this is good. This is just the same cliche, stilted, boring, lame stick that he's done in the past. All world-ending disaster stuff is not even that satisfying because I don't care enough. The movie really tries to give me to care as hard as it does, but I don't care about anything because nothing happens. The movie is way too long. It's granted, it is 2 hours and 10 minutes, but it did not even need to be 2 hours and 10 minutes. This movie easily could have been 100 minutes, and I easily would not have cared. You're just doing the same stuff you do here without anything interesting, anything intriguing, and anything that could have been epictastically awesome. And I'm fed up with this because it's just Roland Emmerich not caring anymore, and that's what it it's clear to me watching this, Roland Emmerich does not give a fuck anymore. And you can say whatever you want about Sharknado, say whatever you want about Geostorm, but at least Dean Devlin, he gets audiences who like silly, dumb, fun movies. Geostorm has issues, but it's a entertainingly dumb, fun movie that I enjoy. It's not great, but I think it's entertainingly, epictastically fun. This movie is not fun, and also, the fact that you have to literally say what you said about DC Marvel, what about you? Because without Dean Devlin, bro, Roland Emmerich, you wouldn't even be where you are today. Because Dean Devlin, he at least knew when to stop you when you got a little too crazy. Stargate, Independence Day, Day After Tomorrow, even 2012, even 10,000 BC, which is a flawed movie, but it's better than this. At least things happen in that movie. He knew when to balance out the over-the-top ridiculousness with actually decent characters. I'm not gonna spend that much time talking about Moonfall. I'm pretty sure you all didn't even go see it, because this movie is so far the biggest box office bomb of 2022. This movie cost $146 million. It only made $10.5 million on opening weekend. Whoop-de-doo. So, you failed, Roland Emmerich. You have failed this city. And honestly, if you're not going to try anymore, then just stop. Give up. Retire. The same thing goes for Bruce Willis. Even though I like Bruce Willis as an actor, if you're not going to try, then stop doing it. Because Moonfall, this is easily the worst movie of 2022 has to offer. Good acting and good effects doesn't make up for how stupid, how dumb, and not in the good kind of way, how ill-contrived, and how boring this movie is. This is just a colossal failure. I like dumb, fun movies like Sharknado and stuff, but this ain't it. If it hadn't been for the good effects and the good technical aspects and the performances, this easily would get my lowest grade. But because of those few redeeming shimmers of light, this movie easily I'm gonna give it a skip it. It's not worth watching on streaming or Redbox or anything. Don't even buy it on DVD. It's not worth it. That was my thoughts on Moonfall. Had you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Comment below. Let me know what you thought about it. Let's talk about this movie in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, comment on this video, share this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Get notified when videos like this up, because I do talk TV shows, movies, and anime. And I'm currently continuing my Black History Month reviews, which will, on the 10th, you will be seeing my thoughts on Steel, which I'm going to record a review after this. So, as always, you guys keep it cool, join the Epictasticness, and stay awesome.